We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at their 49-yard line.
That's out to the left flat and complete. So we stop for no gain. And now we've got a third down and 3.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Check, Mass. Check. Here we go. Check. Ready.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And now an audible here into something else.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
63, 63.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 46.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Vikings Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Hurts will throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints have regained the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
49-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Vikings did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Throwing is Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Saints defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Second and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 27. 2 yards still to go. Third down now.
63. Hey, Silver. Alpha.
Hurts. Complete to running. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
First down, Saints.
The slot man in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Saints have yet again retaken the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Second down, another shot for Jones. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. Hurts sets up to throw it. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So now the Saints offense coming back out there. They're going to be called on to go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Vikings 15.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 down at the 31. From the gun, it's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Saints 18-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
63.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Vikings! George Kittle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, there he goes right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
22.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 21-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Go Silver, ready? Hey, Silver. Great, set. Hey, easy, 60.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
63.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints' 27-yard line.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw again. Wright's got it. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Let's go now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
63 back. Great, set. No touch.
He'll drop to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Yanni. Carla. Great. Hey, 73 seconds. Whatever you want. No touch.
Now back to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. That time he took a little bit of a shot off the run-pass option.
Well, you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to draw the defenders closer to the line of scrimmage with the fake inside. When he stepped back, he thought he might have had that. Instead, they played it awfully well. Incomplete pass downfield.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Dragon 60! Check smash! Check smash! 19 tight! 19 tight!
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will make this a 9-point lead. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Hey, 73, 73. Yeti, Yeti. Crowd love Yeti. 73, 73. 63, 63. Don't touch.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Vikings 30.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
4 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's taken in by Palmer. And some room to work. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
First and 10 at the 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 148 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Saints first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Saints.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Quickly completed to the right flank. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Here's a diving catch right side.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Saints first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Saints.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, easy, 63, 63. Hey, 73, 73. Delta.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Vikings 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he'll get this out to about the 40. 172 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to run now. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 at a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up
Play action. Here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
63. Crowd left Yeti.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
King, Phil
The
King.
Vikings first down.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now, once again, the Vikings are going to go for 2 here.
The Vikings will line up for
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread.
Makes the score Saints 61. Vikings 44.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's go now.
And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now he's loose again. He may go. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Second and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain on the play. Brings up
Third and goal at the 4-yard line. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for two.
For the two-point conversion.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by two more.
69. Vikings 44.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Hands it off out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take it inside the 25. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Here we go now as they will again try for two.
The Vikings will line up for the two-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready? 18 Cardinal.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for New Orleans, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year.